man, I guess. You have to record that. That's awesome. Natural vibe we get.
And this is weird. I'm not that one on, one off.
It's not that weird. You're a professional.
Probably missing mine.
You're a professional.
I had a whole show written, and this morning Carlos talked to me, and now it's all different. So.
You're a professional. You're doing fine. Keep this thing rolling. Are you ready to start your show?
He's not even recording right now.
What? Hit record already. What are you waiting on?
Come on. This is all the good stuff. This is the outtakes. What, are you embarrassed?
What?
Why are you shy?
I don't know why.
He does very little, and he's like takes forever to do the little things he does.
The funny thing is, the last time we did this, after we said he was so pumped, I'm ready for the next one, yes. And I really liked the intro when we just talked, and we should have pressed record the whole time.
Right.
See? Am I right?
You're right.
So do we have record now? It's
We are recording. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the 1NELife podcast.
What
I am
up?
MIC.
Yo.
That is Carlos in the background.
Ow.
Carlos the Wolf Dixon.
What it do? What it do?
And to my right, we have the queen, the woman, the legend, the most incredible Diana from Socialholic.
Socialholic, y'all.
What's going on, Diana? How you doing?
Doing good.
You
Been an interesting day.
interesting day. You had an interesting week, actually.
did. I had
you
a
had
lot
a
of fun.
great week. You had a great.
I was all over Southern California.
You had a great event last week. Your cocktails and convo.
Yes, yes.
Your daughter was in town. You guys
Yes.
did the Hollywood thing. You guys did the Disneyland thing.
Yes, I was a princess for a day.
Tell us about it.
About Disneyland? Oh my God, it was amazing. We got to go to Disneyland, and then we got the Hopper tickets and went to California Adventure because, you know, they have the Happy Juice there.
Happy juice.
Gotta have Happy Juice. And then went back to Disneyland, and then I just spent the whole day with my kid, and it was awesome. So I miss her.
great.
She went home today.
You sad?
I'm very sad. Like, I'm one of those people that would like to have my kids with me forever and ever till I die. Just all of us a family, and then they grow up and they do what they want to do, and then I'm just like, that wasn't in my plans.
But you did a great job, though. I mean, you should be proud of her. She's in the Navy, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so, I mean, you should be definitely proud of her. I mean,
Did you cried like you dropped a tear? Did you drop?
Oh,
a
I
tear?
always cry when I drop her off the airport. When I'm hugging her, I'm like, I love you, and I miss you already, you know. See, I'm already getting emotional. So, yes.
Aw.
Next subject.
Next subject. Well, I feel obligated that I got to ask Carlos how he doing. And I'm glad he's not actually mic'd up right now because he's a little too happy.
What?
Over the next week or two, I'm not sure if I'm going to actually like Carlos.
Why? Where are you going?
I'm gonna be in front of my screen every other day, watching my favorite Phoenix Suns. Sorry, Laker fans. My Phoenix Suns destroy everybody.
See?
And he's
Nice.
already.
You're taping it?
I mean, it's not on tonight. It was on yesterday. Mike just happened to be on the phone with me, so I ended up, saying I gotta get off the phone, and I know you're not gonna like me. I want my football team won the Super Bowl. My basketball team's gonna win the championship.
I'm glad you're not mic'd up right now.
I'm pretty mic'd up. I got a mic facing me.
Is
Do you have that mic down?
Oh, I do.
Well, that's okay. I've been
See,
talking loud enough for the
see.
cameras to pick us up, so you can just plug me in.
Things happen for a reason.
Yeah.
I'm loud anyway.
Things happen for a reason.
I'm
But
super
yeah, see,
loud.
his football team.
Bloopers.
His football team won. You know, he's
Who's your football team?
Rams. Well, they won. They won the Super Bowl.
LA Rams.
I
I'm
don't
from
know
St.
these
Louis,
things.
so-
I watched it for the halftime show, and I don't remember. Oh, it was a decent one this time.
Decent.
Decent.
I feel like they could have brought a little bit more. I mean, what's freaking West Coast? I mean,
little
where
more?
was the holographic for Tupac? I was really wishing that rumor was true.
That they were going to bring the hologram.
Yes. I'm just saying.
This show should be canceled.
I'm ready to hit the delete button right now. Like,
Cancel this show.
what? That
Hey,
was
but
an
how about
amazing...
how about Kendrick's new single? Wasn't that dope? I mean, that video alone was
Yeah,
fucking
that's
awesome.
he killed it with
The
that.
morphing.
Did you see it last night? I told her he didn't even watch
You didn't
it.
watch it? Your
I
game
didn't
was
watch
too
it 'cause
important?
My game was on.
I don't even know you two.
See, this
right
is why
now.
I don't talk about sports or politics, because then it just creates enemies.
I don't even know you two right now.
No.
You
Who's
didn't
your
watch the
basketball
Kendrick
team?
video. You didn't. You don't like the halftime show?
I didn't say I didn't like it. I said I think it could have been better. Hey, everybody has entitled to their own opinion.
That is true.
Could we do? Maybe we should put up a reaction video of us. I guess I'll be the only person who hasn't seen the video yet.
Yeah.
So
You're
I
behind.
promise I'll do that. I'll record myself.
Our special guest hasn't seen it either.
Yeah, so that's 2 people in the room, in the house, that have not.
You're the only
seen
2 people in Southern California that have not seen it.
Which makes us cool.
In 2 days, that video got like 20
odd.
million views already.
20 million?
Yeah.
It's Kendrick.
And
And
it's amazing, dude.
It's the song alone is, once you dissect it, it's beautiful, but has a very good meaning and intentional path to who he's trying to reach and make sense to. But the video was cool too.
Have you ever tried to listen to a Kendrick album?
Unfortunately, it's a little bit hard for me to dissect everything. So Mike, my husband, is really good at that. Like, this is what he meant by this. And I'm like, how did you get? Because he has like 3 meanings to every sentence. There could be 3 different meanings to it. It's how you take it, right?
Right.
So, but I do enjoy Kendrick's music.
Would you, I mean...
He's an artist, you know? It's not just rapping. Like, I really can't get down with a lot of the rap these days. So blah, 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 blah. I don't know what they're saying, but he's actually a prophet. Blah, 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 blah. Don't put me up to a challenge, you know.
Wait a minute, I should have been recording that.
You weren't recording that?
No, I mean, like, I can control these pads.
I'll do it again. You ready?
Too late now.
The moment has passed.
We're ready. Let's
The
do
moment
it.
is past. Hey, but you know, I'm actually in a great mood. Thanks for asking.
I know.
I'm in a great mood.
Mike, what kind of mood are you in?
I'm in a great mood. Not because of your team is winning right now, and I really don't like it. I feel like the NBA should be like canceled right now.
Why are you in a great mood?
Well, one, because you're a boss.
Yes, thank you.
You know, yesterday I had a situation, and we're not going to talk about it, but I had a situation yesterday, and I could have dealt with it on my own, but I was doing some other things, and I felt like I didn't want to, and I called Diana. Diana made one phone call, and it was all handled, like, within minutes. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't know
She's
if you
a
could have
boss.
handled it on your own, though. I'll be honest.
I think it would have took me a couple of days. I could have got into the whole political thing, like you. I don't like politics, right? So I could have got into the political thing. It would have took me a few days, but yeah, it took you one phone call and you handled it, and that's why we're on the same team.
I disagree, but I think you needed
disagree?
me.
I needed you.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm the plug.
you're the plug.
Sorry.
She is, Diane. That's why I said you're a boss.
I know.
I think everybody knows she's the boss.
I think
mean,
so too.
think
Everybody
she
in the AV know Diana's the boss. She done came here and put her mark in the city.
Came here to help everybody else.
She did, and that's why we were doing Socialholic.
Yes.
That's why we're doing this 1NELife podcast. That's why we're doing it. But you know what? So
Yes.
the other reason why I'm
Came
happy
here with a
is
purpose.
we got extremely great feedback from the last show.
Yes.
That last show we freestyled. It wasn't even planned. It wasn't structured. It was all freestyle, and we got some amazing feedback. I know you did. You got a lot of people that want to be on the show now.
Yeah.
Carlos, Carlos actually got one of the best feedback, which I was really impressed by, because he was talking to someone that's a legend in the radio game, and he actually listened to the whole show.
Shout out to Larry Jacobs.
Larry Jacob.
He's
What's
listening
up?
to us, by the way.
And
so.
you know,
That's cool.
And typically, in entertainment, when you ask somebody to do something, like they skip through it, right? And then they give you like a little note. But he listened to the whole show, which I'm truly grateful for. And I'm not even a big fan of feedback, because like when you ask your family and friends, they always gonna gas you up and like, yeah, it was good, blah blah blah, right?
Well, it depends. I think
So-
if you know your people and which ones will be brutally honest and which ones won't. But I feel like, even my friend Gabby listened to the whole thing. Like you said, it's rare for people to actually listen to a whole 45-minute podcast.
Right.
This day and age, we're so on impulse, and like if you don't get me to the point, I'm scrolling, and I do the same thing with other things. So I'm grateful for everyone that took the time to listen, because it was super just like fluid. The podcast, it was awesome how it all kind of just tied together.
And I got that. A lot of people did said they loved the chemistry of us, right? And they also listened to it from beginning to the end, like nonstop. And I actually got that from a few of your people that I saw at your event, and I wasn't expecting it. You know that, and that's what I was so grateful for. That I wasn't expecting all this great feedback.
Yeah.
So I was extremely happy about that. But like I said, you know, we did the show on the fly. Carlos has been wanting me to do a podcast for a while, and you know, I was kind of hesitant to do it. And then when we were shooting the lovely Tiffany last week, the spot where we did the studio that we did the shoot at, I'm stuttering right now, I don't know why. The spot that we did the shoot at had a podcast, and I was like, you know what, let's just record a show and see what we got. Yeah. You know, because I'm all about action. Like, I'm about actionable steps. Like, I always teach people, like, when you have something in your brain, like, go record it. Go shoot it, you know, because then you have something in your hand.
Write it down,
real.
something. Yeah.
Right. Even if you just write it down, right. But then you have something, then you know what you have, and then from there you can shape it.
Because you'll forget if you don't.
Exactly. So, you know, with us doing that, you know, we recorded it. You know, I called you. You was originally just supposed to be a guest on the show. And then, you know, you came down and
over.
Grace. Yeah, you took over. You kinda took over.
What did I say? You put a mic in my face.
I know.
You know?
Yes.
I love to sing. I love to talk.
But it was great that you blessed us with a great show. And then, you know, afterwards, I think I listened to it about 20 times.
Yeah, same.
And Carlos, I think, listened to it about 3 times. And he kind of
3
figured
times?
out what.
I'm a more efficient listener than Mike.
Yeah, he is.
I had to analyze it, right? I had to analyze it for the good, the improvement, what I needed to do next time. It's always, you know,
Right.
evolving. It's always learning you can take away from. So
Right.
that's what I listened to it for. But honestly, overall, I would always end it with a smile on my face.
Yeah, same with me. And I figure, you know, at the end of the day, Carlos and I was like, you know what, we actually got a show because we listened to it and it was like, we have something. Now it's all about us shaping it, right?
Yes.
So, you know, he was like, I told you, like, you should have done this One Life thing a while ago, you know. And, you know, then we came over
I
with.
agree, Carlos. You're right.
Thank you. I mean, honestly, it's a lot of things that make me happy in life, but when you tell me I'm right, like
He was right.
that, I mean, I'll be honest. I mean,
You should see a smile on
like
his face. I
there's-
wish he was in front of the camera
what is
right
it? There's like sex, saying I'm right. That's like the order. Money, like money stir.
That's his chart.
now. Anyways, so the one thing that me and him did agree on when we was like talking about the show and comparing notes is that we had to have the lovely Diana with us. Like,
Okay.
she had to be a part of it.
I like that. I feel welcome.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a show without you.
The
Plus,
chemistry would be missing.
plus your brand, Socialholic, kind of aligns with One Life, right? You love bringing the community together, especially with your networking thing. That's
Positivity.
your gift. That's your gift. One Life, you know, is all about taking off your mask, living your truth, you know, uplifting people. So our brands kind of match,
Yes.
and they kind of go
They
hand
collide.
in hand. Yeah, they collide, and it's great. And that's what we're trying to do out here in the AV. You know, bring small businesses together, bring people together, bring the community together. You know, and just help each other and uplift each other. And that's, you know, what we're trying to do.
Absolutely. And I like that we're on an elevator.
Yeah, Carlos, bring that elevator.
Well, no elevator sound? We can get that elevator sound?
I mean, I have it in here, but I mean, you're
I'm
not
gonna add
sitting
it to
down.
when he edits.
Basically, if you like, I'll get a shot of the pads right now. But basically, Mike's been mastering because we couldn't do this show. We're not sponsored by Rode, but Mike was saying that he needed these buttons,
Yeah.
and he was on me about having these buttons.
Right.
Have you used these buttons in this show yet?
Yes.
No, I have
Showed it
not.
to me.
I let her listen to it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I'm actually waiting for the second part of the show to actually do it. It's gonna be pretty dope.
Okay. We want those.
'Cause we're gonna
buttons.
take some people on this elevator, right? Like
Okay, you
get
gotta hit
off
the
on
button.
certain floors.
Hit the button on the
You
elevator.
gotta hit the button.
gotta hit the
the
button.
right timing.
I like that.
Hey, so this is the show. This is the One Life show. And you know what? I'm hitting the button right now. We in the elevator. Diana and I. Carlos is not in the elevator with us right now. But we're about to
All
go to
the
the top
way
floor. So we're about to talk about it. You know, if you're feeling depressed or going through some things, relationship, business-wise, personal-wise, you know, having growth situations, or even just want to vent, like reach out to us. Let's talk about it. You know, I always believe in talking things through. You know, even if you just want to holler at us and just give positive energy, positive vibe to somebody, you know, reach out to me on IG at One Life Brand. You can reach out to Diana at Socialholic TV, or you can even reach out to Carlos, you know, at the Hollywood Workroom.
Yeah, you can reach out to me.
You're not gonna respond to things.
I mean, you know, I'm not like y'all.
I think
don't
for the
jump on
quicker
things.
responses, me or Mike. So, but believe me, we have a list. We have an amazing list
Yeah.
with amazing people on it. We actually have one of my good friends today coming on. So, I'm so excited to get this started. And
Well, let's
just
get
every
it
week-
started, because one of the things I do want to talk about is acceptance. So, you know, Diana, when I talk about acceptance, you know, I always tell people, you know, you should accept, you know, people for who they are and accept life for what it is and not who you want it to be, right? So when you hear me say that, like, what comes to your mind when you hear that?
I mean, I'm a little stubborn, so to be honest, I don't always accept everything well, especially the word no. However, with growth, I'm learning to be more acceptable to certain things that I can't control, right? Like you can't control everything in life. Just like you said, you have to accept people for who they are. And I think the big part of that is to, when you're accepting people for who they are, you have to, like, that's the truth, right? You have to see that that is life showing you that this is how this person is, and whether you choose to stay, you know, keep them in your life or not, that's up to you. That's your decision.
Right,
But
choices.
accepting them is that there's no way around that. However, like I said, I feel that you can always change your decision, I guess. You know, you can see what you need to accept, but you can decide to accept it or not. And if you don't, then you need to change something. Like I said, I don't like the word no. So I don't accept no. I find out how to make it a yes. And if it's no, then it's no. But there's always some part of me that's like, what if I would have said this or did this or asked this? You know, and for me, it's a question, you know, the answer is always no until you ask. So, you know, I have to figure out how to make it a yes.
You know,
Because then I can accept a yes.
Is that fair to say, though, that if you are sort of that always closing mindset, then you kind of, maybe you don't need to accept everything? Like you kind of, like you don't accept things sometimes.
True. I feel like I have a vision of what I want to happen and where things to go. And sometimes it doesn't always align, but there's always ways to work it so it does go towards your vision, I guess. I don't know. Acceptance is hard for me. I can't just give up. To me, that's what acceptance is in my mind when I'm like, I'm defeated. If I'm accepting something. But then that's also going to a negative. If it's a positive, cool, I accept it.
Right. Well, you know, for me,
Accept the, you know, being a part of the podcast.
it's
awesome.
not, you know, for me, for me, it's not about defeat or anything, right? So I had a conversation with somebody, a couple of people about this, and when I was telling them you got to you should accept people for who they are, not who you want them to be. They was like, no, well, you know, I don't have to accept that person for who they are, right? Which is your choice, right? But however, if you look at it from this perspective, right? If you do not accept someone for who they are, then whenever you walk into a room, you're going to have this negative thought, negative feeling towards that person, right?
True.
And that's just a downer, right? So for me,
Steals your joy.
I can't control people, right? So if someone does something, then yeah, I'm going to accept you for who you are, but I'm not going to put you in this category, into this box, right?
true.
So therefore, every time I step into a room, I know how to handle you. I know how to deal with you. I know how to talk to you. I'm not feeling no sort of way about you, right? I'm cool. I can go on about my life and not even think about it. Mm-hmm. So when I say, you know, accept people for who they are, not who you want them to be, that's what I mean by that. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm going to put you in this category. I'm going to put you in this box. I know how to deal with you.
a point of view of that, though, right? Because, like, you went straight to people. I went straight to a circumstance.
Right,
So
but it's
isn't
the
that crazy,
same.
like, how it
It's the
kinda
same in life.
shifts?
Like
Yeah.
you got to accept life. I'm gonna say you have to. You should accept life for what it is, not what you want it to be. Because there's a lot of things in life that you can't control.
Correct.
Right. So you got to kind of put them in that
Like,
category.
I can't
in that
control
box. Yeah.
that my daughter wants to be a million miles away. But I have to accept it because I want her to feel loved, and I want her to feel appreciated. And I want her to do what she wants to do in life, because at the end of the day, you have one life. It's not my life to make a decision for anybody else.
Right.
So I understand that. Mm-hmm.
Doesn't she have to accept, like, kind of whatever they tell her she needs to do? I mean, with that in mind.
The Navy?
Yeah, like she kind of, that's part of the job. Like she has to accept. So by supporting her, you got to accept.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a tough one.
It's kind of a trickle down
It is.
system.
It is.
Wow. I mean,
I wish she was mic'd up.
Why am I not Mike? I got
Because
a mic on.
I don't know why you're not Mike. You said you're
There's
going
a
to wear a
mic
lavalier.
right here in front of me, Mike.
He wants you on camera,
hear
Mike.
you.
You need me
I
on camera?
literally can't hear you, though.
You can't hear me?
No, but it's all good. We're gonna continue with the show. We're gonna actually take a break right now, and we have a special guest.
Yes.
We are on location at Thieves and Barrels. We have a special guest, Barbara, in the house.
Thief and Barrel.
Thief and Barrel. What did I say? Thieves. I'm sorry, Barbara.
I feel like I want to make it plural
I'm bad
too.
with
Why
it.
is that?
I don't
Why
know.
want to make it?
Because the three of you are here.
All right,
But there is a special meaning to Thief and Barrel, so we'll have to talk about that.
All right, we're gonna talk about that when we get back. All right, so we're taking a break right now.
Just say.
All right, welcome back to the 1NELife podcast. I am MIC. This is Diana from Socialholic.
What's up,
We
y'all?
have Carlos the Whoop Dixon.
Oh.
And we have a special guest with us today.
Yes.
Barbara.
I get a double special.
Special.
Double
Yes.
special.
Absolutely,
Double
100%.
special in the house.
You're worth it.
Thank you.
Barbara from Thief and Barrel.
There you go.
Beef and barrel.
We on location.
So
you have a
there's
beautiful...
4 glasses here. So before we get started, I'd love to do a cheers and kick this off
Absolutely,
right, if I may.
absolutely.
Yes.
So we are drinking. Diana's drinking a peach mango sparkling.
It's
I've got a
delicious.
brut rosé sparkling, and our 2 gentlemen are having some Cabernet Sauvignon, all made here at Thief and Barrel. And
Hey.
we looked at our wine. We all smell our wine.
I'm holding it properly.
Get a little sniff of the wine, okay? So we.
I wanna see legs. Do I have legs?
Honey, you do have legs, but they can't see them. That's another conversation. We'll save that for later. But yes, you do have legs on the glass as well. So we are visually seeing it. We smelled it. We're going to taste it in a minute. But the reason that we clink and we say cheers, which we're going to do right now, cheers,
Cheers.
is that way we have a full sensory experience with wine.
love
So
it.
that was the only
Love
thing missing is the sound. So we just covered it. So it's time to taste.
Love
Let's
it.
taste.
Nice.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Hey, y'all
Love
know
me
what
some
y'all
wine.
doing.
Let's go.
Hey, they know what they're doing around here.
Yes.
Welcome to Thief and Barrel.
Now you know why I
guys.
chose you
thank
first.
You. Thank you. Yes.
Like, and we sip. Okay.
You are definitely our first official guest, and we definitely appreciate you opening your doors to us today.
I'm honored. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
We are honored, actually. So thank you. Yeah, we greatly appreciate it. When Diana called and asked, I just shared with her earlier, I was a little surprised and shocked, but I'm thrilled to do it. And I have met both, spent time with her, recently met you, and enjoy you both. So I was thrilled to do it.
No, yeah. So we just met a couple of weeks ago, right after
did,
grand
yeah.
opening, and I was here for 2 days. It was
2
a
days in a
whole
row.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. No, you don't. I
Oh,
don't
sorry.
drink that
I
much
didn't mean
wine.
to tell on
I don't
you.
drink that
My
much
bad.
wine. But no, it was a whole weekend festival. I mean, it was incredible. It was a great
4-day
people.
re-grand
What
opening.
a great turnout, too, by the way.
Yeah, it was a little overwhelming. We were filled with gratitude. I'll just say that. The gratitude was overwhelming. We just all left that night going, what just happened? That was on Friday. Thursday, we were probably about 3 times our usual crowd. We kicked off our happy hour, did some really fun things. The happy hour is going to continue ongoing on Thursdays from 3 to 5. From
Nice.
3 to 5, we're open 3 to 8. That Friday, we did our ribbon cutting, and we were lucky enough that we had Antelope Valley Chamber, we had Court Hill Chamber, we had Hispanic Chamber, Palmdale, like everybody was here.
Yes.
It was
Nice.
amazing. And we figured out at the end of the night, we had about 180 people through
Oh,
here
that's awesome.
Wow.
throughout that night. So my girl didn't quit. So that was awesome.
She came back the next
What's the
day.
capacity
I know,
here?
no, our capacity is lower than that, but it wasn't all in one time.
Yeah.
They came in floods. It
transitional.
did transition through.
Nice.
But I have a fabulous person by the name of Mary. Thank you, Mary. Love you. Who was working behind the bar. We went outside, did our ribbon cutting, did everything you guys were here for. And as we walked in, Mary didn't realize a whole lot of people had joined us in the parking lot. So as the doors opened, we still weren't coming in because everybody's doing all their photo shoots, what have you. Here's this, here's that. And I just remember coming through the door, I hid over there and I looked up, and the look on her face was deer in headlights for a second.
Aw.
And then I smiled at her, nodded, like, you got this, you're good. And she just kept going. Boom. She went into mode, and she was beast mode the whole night. She rocked it.
Nice.
That's
So
good.
DiMaggio and I jumped behind the bar. We helped her out. And as you guys saw, we never looked up. You guys hung at the end of the bar with me and said hey and had a little sip with me and a couple other
Sunday,
local-
though, was probably my favorite because I got to try the chocolate.
Yeah, you know what? That chocolate
And that was
pairing
bomb.
was amazing.
DiMaggio and I took a hit for everybody. We did 3.5 hours of sitting with Vlad from Truffles and Toffee. and we had to taste through chocolate and wine for 3.5 hours. It was a really tough gig.
How
I'm sorry.
sad.
I would have volunteered to do
Okay,
that.
did you recover from that?
Yeah, it was like diabetes just coming your way, just flowing. At one point, I just said I have to stop. The only time I'm going to taste a chocolate is when you guys are completely wowed. But yeah, Vlad is absolutely amazing.
Yes.
We were thrilled to do it. You guys got a little treat because it was actually geared for our wine club members only. But because y'all are special, you got to come in. Special people got to come in and taste.
Yes.
So you guys got to enjoy that. But yeah, it was a big deal. It was something we really wanted to do, and we are going to start bringing chocolates in on a regular
I love
basis,
it.
Nice.
repackaged to do with our wines and
nice.
stuff. So
Love it.
Andres actually got to taste the day that we were doing our
Yes.
big tasting from Rio. Andres from Rio had a meeting with him, and I said, "Hey, if you don't mind, you want to come in and taste a little chocolate with us?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." And he came over. Found out afterwards, he's like, "I really don't eat chocolate." But the irony was, when he left, he had ordered 2 boxes. So it couldn't have been too bad, right?
And I believe
Wow.
cases of wine from you
Yes,
too.
and he bought some wine from us. So yeah, it was a good day all around.
So thief and barrel? Where does that Because I know there's a thief and a barrel, but where does that kind of tie in?
So a thief, a lot of people think it has to do with stealing wine, like who's stealing the wine, which it was kind of meant to play out that way. But a wine thief is actually what's right here on our glass and in our logo. If I would have thought, I would have grabbed it before I sat down. But it is an instrument used by the winemaker that they put, it's slightly bent usually, and it goes into the barrel so that the winemaker can get into the barrels even when they're on the racks. So it goes into the barrel, and it's like when we were kids in the straw, you put your finger on the end of the straw, it's the same concept. Slide it in, pull it out, they'll put it into the glass, they'll taste the wine, the winemaker will taste through the wine, see if it's balanced, what it may need. Does it need some love, some attention? Does it need a little more time on the barrel, whatever that is. So that's where the thief and barrel came from, but it's kind of a fun little play, and a lot of people come in here going, "Who's stealing wine?" And I say, "These thieves right here." Right here.
Did I read
me all the
somewhere
wine.
where that's not the original name of your company?
Well, our LLC, the parent company, is Wine Resources LLC.
Okay.
So that's our winery side. Again, on the other side of this wall is a full capacity winery. So we started out the business based on home winemaking and commercial winemaking. DiMaggio's been making wine for over 20 years. DiMaggio and I are business partners here, as well as partners. And he's been a wine educator for well over 20 years. Started making wine at home shortly around that time. And then in 2010 went commercial, 2010 or 11. Went commercial. We actually have a vineyard at our house in Acton.
That's
So
awesome.
we have about 500 vines of Syrah grapes.
Oh, wow. I love Syrah.
So we take care of the vineyard, we manage it, we harvest it, we do all of it.
How do you
On
have
top-
time?
You
Oh
know what?
my!
That's a great question. I've been asking myself that every day. So just this morning, I went and let my dogs run around while I was fixing vines and training vines and doing work down in the vineyard a little bit. But it's what we have. It's what we like doing.
Awesome.
And out of that came, he teaches at College of the Canyons. He started the wine certification program down there over 20 years ago. And some of his students approached him and said, "We need a business and a place to put to practice what we're learning through the certification program," which covers from the vineyard all the way through to the business side of things. And voila, here we are. We started
awesome.
with a lot of partners, and we're sitting here today. And by our stay-at-home order at COVID, it was DiMaggio and myself. So we'll just say that everybody else made other choices and parted ways. Pulled through. Yeah.
That's how business goes sometimes.
Right.
Right.
That is
But
how
it's a blessing, right? And also, like you said before, you're not you can't control.
I don't
So there's
believe
a
in
reason-
coincidence.
Yeah, there's a
I
reason
say that
for
over and over.
everything,
Yeah, everything
so.
happens for a reason. So, it is what it is. Work ethic. Unfortunately, I think a lot of people, not just speaking of partners, but in general, unfortunately, I think LA County was really, really gunning for people that poured alcohol but didn't serve bona fide meals, was their key phrase for a while. So it was brutal. You were feeling like you were back in Prohibition days for a
Yeah.
while. It was pretty intense.
Come in the back door.
No, seriously, there was like a standing joke of like pretty soon we're gonna have a special knock and a password or something.
Yeah, that's how speakeasies came to
That's
life.
it.
So I'm
No,
good with. I
truly,
love
truly.
speakeasies.
So,
Truly, it was
so
wild.
Barbara, what is your gift in all of this? Because I really feel like everybody has their own gift in life, right? Like everybody has a special gift. And by you saying, like, you guys have partners, now it's just you two, right?
Right.
Like, so what is your gift in this?
Ask me, on which day?
She's like, I'm getting
On
you
which day?
wine. That's my gift.
No, prior to being in the wine business, which was not intentional, I was a business consultant for years. And that too was almost by accident. But what I have found to be my gift is I coordinate very well. I bring people together very well, and I love networking, and I really enjoy people.
Friends.
I know this is why we're
we
friends.
connected.
No, and you know, and I felt that because the moment I met you, like I felt that energy.
It was the hug.
It
was
was
the
a
hug.
hug.
Come
It
on,
was.
Mike. It was the hug.
No,
I
but
love the
honestly,
hug.
so I can literally, and I knew this is how I knew we were friends, because we can be on a phone call talking for like 30 minutes about random shit, and there's no like awkward silence. It's just ongoing communication, and that's how I know we were friends from the get-go, because there's, you know, you have business associates, you know, we have people that we talk to, but the fact that we can talk about anything and everything, and it's a continuous, and we're like, okay, and then like 5 more minutes goes on, okay, and then like 5 more minutes more, and we're like, okay, finally we gotta go. Like, it's 45 minutes conversation.
Somebody's running late for a meeting or something. We gotta bail.
And it's
time.
like, and it's always a positive conversation. So that's one of the reasons why I was like, no, Barbara has to be first. Just besides the fact that she's amazing, and I love the backstory that I know about her, the little backstory I know about her. I'm sure there's so much more to learn, but I love her spirit and her energy. But it's just that she's real, and you can't fake that.
Absolutely, you can't.
Don't have time to be anything else, to be
Life's
honest.
too short.
I love
There's
that.
no time to be anything
I'm
else.
accepting life is too
See,
short.
and that's what
Accepting.
that's exactly what 1NELife brand is. You know, I feel like a lot of people, they put on this mask and they walk outside their doors and they live for society, right? You actually took off your mask at some point and you lived
When
for
I was
yourself.
about 8.
And that's
According to my
amazing.
according to my mother, when I was about 8, it was all real. There was
Right.
no.
But so many people struggle with that.
Yeah,
You know?
unfortunately, I do agree. And
What would you say to those people?
It's not worth it.
Right?
Yeah, it's not worth it.
It's too stressful.
Be you.
Trying to be somebody
Be
else
you.
you're not.
Be true. Be you.
Be weird.
That's it.
And that's great that you learned that at a young age. Because I also learned that at a young age. Like, I've been on my own since I was 14, but at 12 years old, like, I figured out my gift. So it's definitely
Yours is
great.
with kids.
Mine's is with kids,
Which
absolutely.
kind of-
Like, yeah, leads us into the next conversation. Because
I don't know that I'll just say this though. I don't know that I figured out my gift until way later.
Okay.
Way later.
I think you figured it out, but you didn't know you figured it out.
But at the same time, it depends on what day it is, what my gift is. You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
Because I wear
We have
many,
multiple
many
gifts.
hats.
You can have
Right.
multiple gifts.
And I'm comfortable flowing like that. A lot of people like, you know, the 9 to 5, the
regimen.
regimen, what have you, and that works really well for them. And there's no
Right.
judgment. You go if that's your world.
Well, it's needed.
That's awesome.
It's needed in this world. Like, we have to
Absolutely.
have
Right.
us that
Right.
are not. We have multiple
Right.
and talents, and we just can go with the flow. But there's some we need the regimen too. That it's all needed. So.
I can say very close friends and family, as recent as 6 months ago, has said to me, "When are you going to get a real job?" And you look around here and you go, "I'm sorry, I will
wow.
outwork you 16 times to
Yeah.
Sunday, and you're still asking me when I'm going to get a real job."
Oh
I've
my
owned how
gosh.
many businesses I've done.
To the
all these
friends and
things.
family, she has a real job.
Right.
You try working it
and
one.
then some.
But you know what?
Running your own business
As
compared to working for somebody else, it's a grind.
What does
job.
it say? Like, I quit my 9 to 5 to work 24/7. That is
Uh-huh.
real.
That's
That is
real.
a real thing. Like, if I'm not working, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm always working. Even when I was at
You're always-
Disneyland, I was working. I was looking at my Instagram. I was checking messages. I may not have answered them, but I was like, oh shoot, I got to flag that so I can answer them back. So it's
Well,
always.
it's funny because people will say, "Oh, you know, you're your own boss," and you laugh. Anybody that has their own business, right? We laugh. We're like, "No, you don't realize everybody's now my boss."
Yeah.
Like I gave up one boss to now have everybody. Be my boss.
Everybody that
Every
come through those
client.
doors.
Yeah.
are
Every
my boss.
guest.
That's it. That's truly what it is.
Absolutely.
Because you know they have a say,
and
they
it doesn't
have an
ever
opinion.
stop.
No,
It never stops. Even when you get to a point where like you're well known, like people are, where's Thief and Barrel wine? Oh my God, it still doesn't stop.
no, it's okay. I don't want it to stop. That's true. That's all right. I like the challenge. Bring it. Bring it.
But I love it, and I especially love the fact that you're involved in a lot of nonprofits. I was told, and you kind of told me your story the first day we met.
That's because somebody told me. Tell him.
No, because that's
Talent.
important. Like that's very important to me. Like, cause like
Thank
at 12 years old, I was working with disabled kids, and to this day, I'm still working with disabled kids.
Kudos to you. That's
Like
pretty awesome.
that's pretty important to me. That's why I created my brand. You know, I'm all about anybody that's working with any kid, any foster kid, any even adults. Like if someone needs help and you're involved in some type of foundation or something that helps people, I love it. I'm all for it. So tell us a little bit about it.
Well, you brought up disabled kids, so I will touch on one thing very quickly. I was born and raised in Ohio, and the grammar school, junior high, and high school that I attended was a school that they, at the time it was developmentally disabled children. I was working with them in elementary school, junior high school, then took a short break, and then in high school went back to working with them as well. And you know, did the Special Olympics through the school, the different programs and stuff, because I was athletic and cheerleader and track and blah, 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 gym and all that stuff. So, so I just believe that everybody should have an opportunity to do that. And then I moved to LA when I was 18 and by myself.
For what reason? What was your reason?
Have you ever been to Ohio? No, in all seriousness, I'm sorry. In all seriousness, fabulous, fabulous, fabulous place to be from. But I just knew, I started telling people when I was 6th, 7th grade, like, peace out. As soon as I graduate, I'm out of here. Done. I'm out. And that was from an only child that grew up in one place. You know what I mean? And I love it. I'm still very close friends with a lot of people I grew up with. But I just felt like there was more out there for me. And if I would have known how to get to overseas, get to Europe or something, I probably would have done that. But I'm old. So back in that time, they didn't have all these cool programs and all this stuff out there.
Robert, you look like you're still like 30 years old.
That's why I love you. Keep talking, Mike. Drink some wine, baby.
Drinks on the house.
Refill.
That's it. I assure you that I am way old. I got a 19-year-old son. No, I assure you I'm way
Hey,
old.
What does that mean? I have a 22-year-old and I'm still 29.
I have a 25-year-old son.
Yeah. In all honesty, tomorrow's my birthday. I will be 57 years old tomorrow.
Oh my God.
Get it?
Wow! Happy birthday to Barbara!
Happy birthday!
Wow, and you look
birthday
amazing.
to
Why,
you.
thank you.
And you know why? Because a lot of people think I still look young, right? And I know where it's from because you have less stress.
Less stress.
No, you do. I mean, you live in your truth, right? You live in your. You
I
live
I think
in your
you've
life.
done so many
You know what
good
I mean?
things in life, though, that you're blessed with beauty. That's what it is. Like,
That
when
and I
you
have
do
great
good,
genes.
yeah,
I have
when you
great
do
genes,
good in
too.
the
My mom
world,
and my
God
grandmother
blesses
looked pretty
you.
good.
But you know, when I say that, people that is walking their true path, like yourself and me and Diana, like it is less stress.
You feel
We
good.
have a
There's
lot
no
of stress.
pretense.
Deal,
Yeah.
No, there's no pretense. You
Right.
don't have to worry about all the falsehoods in
Right.
the face.
Yes.
And
Even though we have the
fish
stress
fry.
of running a business and all
Yes.
that, but I'm talking about just in life in general. We not, you know, we not
No
too stressed
drama.
out. Yeah,
There's
no
a
drama.
spectrum to stress, though, right? Like sometimes stress can be the type of stress that's just like, man, I might need to go see somebody. Like this is becoming too much. My eyes
need to talk
twitching.
to somebody.
Right. Something's going on. But then sometimes it's like you go to the gym. That's technically stress. Going like exercising. Sometimes you have to put your body through stuff, and you see people who don't stress themselves enough, and then that catches up with them because they're not ready for the stress that's coming for them. So, I mean, I think you can look young and have a healthy amount of stress. I'm not a doctor.
Well, there's some point of stress that's healthy, right?
Right.
Just like they say, like having disagreements in a relationship is healthy, which we've got a healthy relationship over here. But I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Like there's negative that's healthy because you can't have a perfect life.
It's not
What's
negative.
fun in that?
It's life experience.
Life experience.
Resistance.
I love that.
It's
Resistance.
It's life experience.
You need
Friction.
resistance. You need a little bit, right?
Yeah, the car can't
Builds
move.
character.
That's
Builds
true.
character.
Can you imagine if all this would have been just handed to you? Life would have just been handed to you. What kind of character can you build from
There's
there?
plenty of reality TV shows we can see what
Oh,
what
Lord.
that
Absolutely.
offers,
Exactly.
right? Not that I
Exactly.
watch them, but I'm just saying there's
Yep.
plenty of them out there where
can't.
you can see it.
I'm like, have you ever worked a day in your life?
That's it. It's a little frustrating.
Frustrating, yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay.
So back on your foundations.
Sorry.
No, it's all good.
No,
it's
we
all
can-
good.
Did we
Rabbit
get off track, Mike? Sorry.
Rabbit trails.
Sorry, Mike.
Hippity hop hop hop.
He's good though. See,
He gets
brought
us back
us
on
right
track.
I'm
He
looking
brought
at
us
this
right
clock. I'm looking at this clock right now. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
What the foundation that you're a part of?
So currently, I am the vice president of the Seroptimus International Antelope
Soon to
Valley.
be president.
Yeah, so Seroptimus International Antelope Valley chapter. Seroptimus International is just that, an international organization working with women and young girls, offering outreach to women, offering scholarships for education to help move forward women that maybe come from domestic violence or hardships, single parenting, and have just fallen on some hard times.
Wow.
So what we do is we raise funds, and in turn, through raising those funds, we offer scholarships. So they apply. We just gave away $8,000. Even in the midst of COVID, we still had money to hand out.
Amazing, man.
So we just
Yo, that's dope.
Thank you. So we, amongst 3 women, we offered $8,000 in scholarships, which was pretty amazing based on COVID. I'll just say that. Our current president was rocking it. She was like, we're doing something. So she her and another past member kind of wrangled me in. I was like, I'm too busy, I can't do this. She's like, no, you got this. Membership. Oh, and by the way, you're going to be VP too. So I've been doing that, and then I was informed that she's stepping down and I'll be president in June. So there we have it. So
Good stress.
I will.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Resistance.
Because I'll just say this kind of stuff is passion. This is my heart. When I know that, and what we do for young girls is we bring them together. We do programs, Dream It, Be It, sharing with them ways and means to get through some of the challenges that they're experiencing, whether it be at school, in their homes. So meditation, breaking the cycle, the importance of education, moving forward, going forward, not falling into what sometimes we find within our own households and families and society as a whole, and having somebody else dictate to you who and what you are and what your parameters are, and here's your box. No. You need to step out of that box.
What made you connect with that?
Near and dear to my heart. I've been involved in nonprofit. I've founded or co-founded 8 different nonprofits.
That's awesome.
So
Wait, you said 8?
8.
Wow.
Yeah. So San Fernando Valley Tattoo Removal, which is now run out of Providence Holy Cross Hospital.
Great.
That was actually founded in the 3rd bedroom of my house, between myself and a detective of LAPD, as we worked with at-risk youth for a lot of years, working in the Jeopardy program and Bridges program and what have you. We recognized that we were taking these kids out of youth facility and putting them right back in their neighborhoods and going, do something different and make a life for yourself. Do better. And they're tatted up
They
and
got a
whatever.
tattoo on their face.
Right. And they're like, I can't leave my neighborhood. You're telling me to go get a job. Nobody's hiring me because I've got tats. And I can't leave my neighborhood to get a job because I'm not going to make it home alive. So how are we going to do this?
Right.
So we literally kept hearing this over and over as we were working with these kids. And then everybody go, why did they violate probation? Why did they this and that? And we're like, we're putting them back in the same scenario, telling them to do something different. Insanity. What's the whole definition of
Same
insanity?
thing over and over and over,
Exactly.
expecting different results.
Right.
Yep.
So her and I, we listened. Quite a concept when you're dealing with at-risk youth. Most people never listen to them.
Right.
And at-risk youth are only at risk because people want to label them, and they got in a little trouble. I don't know about y'all, but I got in plenty
Always
of
got in
trouble.
trouble. Thank God for no social media when I was.
I know, right?
God,
My 30s. I mean, you don't even know what I was doing in my 30s, boy.
No,
What are
right?
you doing, Carlos?
Oh, that's huh?
Yeah, Carlos.
Hello?
See, we should
Give it-
switch.
This thing on?
Switch.
I didn't. It's time for a refill.
I already got her. Do I need
You're
to
not
refill
supposed
her?
to be drinking. You can't clink with an empty
taking
glass.
notes. I'm
Really?
taking
That's
notes.
against the
It's
rules?
against the
It's
rules.
supposed to be it's bad luck.
See,
That's what they say.
you got me doing bad luck.
So there you have it.
Yo, you're amazing.
That is
Thank
definitely
you.
amazing, Barbara.
That's the next podcast you're going to be a guest. We want to know what you did in your 30s.
You are so funny.
No, I'm
I
taking mental
forget. I
notes.
wanna
Like
be
we
present
definitely
for that.
talking
I'm
about
running
that.
camera.
I didn't forget. I didn't forget. Anyways,
People Googling up stuff, looking up stuff. I don't
Carlos
need
Dixon, the woo.
Yeah, Carlos Dixon. Dixon
Next-
Wolf Films.
Moving on.
I love it. I love it.
So how does Seroptimus, like, what can we do, or what can you say? What can we do to help?
With Seroptimus?
Yeah.
May 24th, Tuesday, we actually are doing a fundraising event and supporting local businesses on the boulevard at the same time. I'm a firm believer. Yeah, I'm a firm believer in synergy. So if you're,
Nice.
if I'm asking you to help me, I'm looking to do something for you as well. Yeah. So we are doing a progressive dinner on Tuesday the 24th. It's going to kick off around 5:30, 5:45 at Don Saul's on Lancaster Boulevard. margarita and appetizers.
I love it.
Then we're moving from Don Saul's over to Rio.
Yes.
For dinner. So that is at 7. We kick off dinner at 7. So we need to be there for our dinner. And then around 8:15, 8:30ish, we're going to shoot over to Lucky Luke's and enjoy a really nice dessert.
That's awesome.
Nice.
It's $55 a person or $100 for 2 people.
That covers all 3 restaurants.
That
Yes.
covers everything
Isn't that a
because
deal?
they're kind and
there.
loving and supportive.
And the margaritas at
and
Don Sal's are to die for.
Yeah.
Rio's food
it's
is
Rio's food is amazing.
And then Lucky Luke's, their desserts?
are the bomb.
I can't.
So it'll be a great time, and I'll openly share. I will be asking for more money from everyone at every stop
and
because
where-
that's who we are and what we do.
Where do people get tickets from?
You can go online to Seroptimus International Antelope Valley chapter, our Facebook page, and I believe our website, but I know for sure our Facebook page has a link there where you can purchase the tickets. So, and then I'll be putting it up on our page for Thief and Barrel as well. And if you're interested and need more information, feel free to call me here at Thief and Barrel at 661-723-WINE, which is
I
9463.
love that.
I love that too.
661-723-WINE, 9463.
That easy.
So yeah, and then we'll my goal as president is to put some amazing events together with the help of Diana and some other amazing people. By the way, I'm building a new board for this upcoming session as I move into presidency. So I do need board members. I need advisory committee members. So anybody who's interested in assisting and
I'm definitely
supporting.
interested in that.
Assisting and supporting
We got that on tape.
the
So
women
Yes.
and young girls of this community. Please reach
No,
out. Let me
you
know.
no, you know what? And we're gonna wrap the show up in a minute because we're almost running out of time. But I am definitely here in Antelope Valley to support every foundation, every community, and this is why I partner up with Diana. And I gotta say this: I've been here for 4 years, right? And the first year I was here, I teamed up with a couple of people that didn't really pan out. But the moment I met Diana, no, this is a true story. The moment I met Diana,
I do
she
not disagree.
started.
She's amazing.
She
Thank
started introducing me to people, and things just started happening.
Yep.
Like I love her circle of people.
she's kind of magical
That's why I said earlier
why
in the
she's
show,
friends
she's a
with
boss.
Matt.
Secrets.
Like, and that's why I'm glad
With
she's
a
on our
Y.
team.
with the Y.
With a Y.
So
leave a trail of
definitely
glitter when I
count
walk.
me in.
Because he does.
I love your story. I appreciate you. Thank
Can
you
I toss
again.
out a couple quick things for Thief and Barrel,
Absolutely.
if you don't mind?
No, go ahead.
I appreciate
This
it.
is your show now.
Thief and Barrel, we offer wine education. So if you are a person looking to do home winemaking, we're about to kick off our second round of home winemaking classes the 4 Saturdays in June. Again, same phone number, 661-723-WINE, if you'd like more information on that. We also offer special events, parties, business meetings.
Paint and sip.
Paint and sips twice a month. Craft and sip.
Nude.
No. Oh, but if you'd like to do one, Mike, you can
I am a
ask-
professional
Okay.
nude model.
Oh my. Okay.
I
Well, I,
won't-
will
I won't-
pass that along.
I won't be at
will
that.
pass that along.
I won't be at that class.
Mike's okay.
I won't be.
all
This
right.
may get edited.
Yeah, I'm
It
kidding.
probably
It can be
won't.
interesting.
It's staying.
But yeah, so we're offering all types of wine education classes, all those type of things. So please do follow us, get in touch with us, let us know what's going on, what you're interested in, and I would love to host it for you.
They also offer wine tasting, and if you're interested, let me know because I do have coupons for you. I get credit, so
And I'll
Diana
just say, yeah, and I'll just say
referred
this:
you for wine tasting.
if you saw this podcast and you want to come in for wine tasting, let me know that you saw the podcast. I will recognize Diana. You will get a 2-for-1 tasting on us. All right.
I get
I
more.
still haven't gotten a coupon from Diana though.
You haven't
I'm
gotten a coupon
sorry.
from Diana?
I have it actually in my book right there, so I was prepared today.
I'll just give you one directly, Mike. It's okay. I got you.
Yo,
And Carlos,
This
you're gonna
wine-
get it too.
this wine right here. I mean, I've been listening to you. Don't think that I haven't been listening.
Wow, look at that voice. You guys hear the
He's
difference
got
of his
legs.
voice?
Look at
You're the only one with headphones
Oh
on.
yes, I'm sorry.
So,
I said he got like 3D in my ear, like the whole time he been talking.
He just went all very
He
well.
went, yeah.
play
was
my
like,
music. Play my theme
I
music.
felt like
for
I
me.
was listening to a romantic.
This is
porn or
Carlos
something.
the
Like,
Wolf
Come
Dixon.
down to Thief and Barrel.
That's what Cabernet Sauvignon can do for you.
From Thief and
That's
Barrel.
facts right there.
Thief
Yo.
and Barrel only, though.
Yo, this stuff right here is amazing.
It is.
I'm glad you're
right
enjoying
here?
it. Thank you. We have plenty more with
You
that.
can buy a bottle.
Man, I think I might leave some equipment here or something. I'm not even.
Oops. Isn't that like, that's what guys do. They leave shit behind all the time. You know?
Women do it too.
Hold on.
Women do it too.
No, you know why Carlos
I
is
like
not.
mascara.
You know why Carlos is not going to do that? He don't like feet.
Got that right.
That's a whole other
right.
podcast, y'all. Thank you so much for listening. This is your girl, Diana with Socialholic. Find me on Socialholic TV on Instagram. I love you guys. Thank you so much for paying attention
thank you
and
guys.
accepting us into
Thanks
your
for
world.
having Thief and Barrel in here.
Yes,
Yes.
you guys are
Appreciate
listening
it.
to the One Life podcast. Get at me at IG, One Life Brand, Carlos,
The Wolf.
Dixon Wolf at the workroom, Hollywood workroom.
Love y'all. Let's.
back, y'all.
Are we?
Yeah.
Are we back in the elevator?
We are back in the elevator. We are going down to the lobby. We are out of the building.
Whoop, whoop.
Meet me in the bar.
See you guys next time.
Wow.